It's such an honor to be here with all of you tonight and share this occasion with you. I competed for Notre Dame in track and field and cross country from 2012 to 2017. And when I received my monogram at the end of my freshman year, to be honest, I don't think I fully understood how big of a deal this was. My parents drove down from Wisconsin. I got a cool jacket, but other than that, this kind of seemed like a formality to me. I'd come to college as a high school national champion in cross country and a national merit scholar. However, when I got here, I was basically served up with one of the rudest awakenings of my life. Because as all of you sitting here know, being a Notre Dame student athlete is really, really hard. Unlike at other colleges, you are not given the liberty of being just a student athlete or being just an athlete. The expectation to excel both in the classroom and on the playing field requires a truly astounding level of discipline, focus, and willpower. I'm not even going to say the number of times that I cried over my orgo homework during the student athlete study halls. I got my butt kicked every single day of practice, and I had to learn how to deal with injuries and losses and failures for the first time in my life. I felt like I made it through my freshman year by the skin of my teeth. And so by the time I got to my monogram ceremony in the spring of 2013, it seemed like all I had done that year was try as hard as I could and fail repeatedly. However, what I did not realize at the time was that the difficulty was the point of it all. Because the thing about being a student athlete at Notre Dame is that this place will challenge you and build you up even better. You all chose to come here because you know it's not the easy way out. You cannot coast here. You chose to surround yourself with the best, and in order to keep up, you have to level up. And it might not happen right away. You might toil away for a few years before it hits. For me, it took until my junior year for my hard work to pay off. I won 4 national championships in the span of 10 months, and I was the ACC Student Athlete of the Year. And it wasn't anything special that I had done that year that made the difference. It was the tenacity, the determination, and the work ethic that had been drilled into me over my time here that allowed me to achieve success. Being a student athlete at ND was one of the hardest things I've ever done and one of the most rewarding periods of my life. And it's shaped me into the person I am today. The lessons I learned here have allowed me to find success far beyond the NCAA. The ability to tolerate failure and learn from it. To have the patience to train for 4 years for a single day of competition. And to find joy in the process of hard work. Those are all things that I learned here. In college, Coach Sparks and I decided to try a completely different event, the 10,000 meters at ACCs, in order to just simply try and qualify for nationals. 4 weeks later, I won the national championship in that event. That experience of throwing away the script and being willing to try something completely new helped me later to qualify for the Olympics off my first marathon. When the Olympics were then postponed for a year because of COVID, I constantly told myself that anything worth doing is also worth waiting for. The opportunity to focus on process rather than results, to show up every day when it seems like the entire world is falling apart. It cultivates a love and appreciation for your craft that is required to make it at the highest level. And when I finally got to race the Olympic marathon in 2021, melting in 90-degree heat and 85% humidity, I reminded myself of the number of times that we had to race ACCs and regionals in Florida in June. Tokyo heat does not seem quite so bad after that. As a Notre Dame student athlete, the challenges you take on, the lessons you learn from them will shape the person that you become. Your willingness to put yourself in uncomfortable situations and do the hard things reinforce your spirit to accept even greater challenges. If there's one piece of advice that I can give you all tonight, it's to let yourself be strengthened by this place. You are surrounded by coaches, professors, advisors, teammates, so many people who want nothing more than to see you succeed. Let yourselves try hard, fail, and learn, because the resiliency and the wisdom you build through that process will lead you to success in whatever career you choose. And when you are served with a challenge, even one that seems insurmountable, know that the ability to say, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, but I believe that I will, is one of the most powerful mindsets you can cultivate. All of you here tonight receiving the monogram should be so incredibly proud of what you've accomplished. The experience that you've had as a student athlete here is truly unique and special. Few people are ever going to understand the challenges you've overcome, the sacrifices that you've made. It's not easy, but I promise you it will be worth it. Tonight is about celebrating your accomplishments, but it's also about celebrating what's ahead for you on this path you've chosen. It's an impetus to keep working hard and to keep growing. Everyone here has purposely taken the difficult path. You all chose to challenge yourselves, to set some lofty goals that you sometimes may fall short of, en route to achieving things you never could have believed were possible. I can't wait to see what you all accomplish in the years to come, because tonight is truly just the beginning. Thank you, God bless, and go Irish.